Blackpink Met Gala drama. Rosa Parks' face on Lisa's outfit debunked. Yeonjun receiving backlash for cat-sized dance challenge. Soo Hyun updates and so much more in today's episode of totally legit K-pop news with me, Angelina. Oh my god. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get into today's Wednesday video. In light of the Met Gala, I wore my fanciest attire for you guys. Hope you appreciate it. But this year, we saw Blackpink's Lisa, Rosé, and Jennie attending the Met Gala, as well as 17's Excludes. So the theme for this year's Met Gala was tailored to you, and this is inspired by the Costume Institute's spring exhibition, Super Fine, Tailoring Black Style, which is an exhibit that tells the story of Black dandyism through the collection of garments, accessories, paintings, photographs, decorative art, and more from the 18th century to the present day. Now, Lisa was going absolutely viral for her outfit because you could see embroidered faces in the outfit. Not only in the top, not only in her top half, but in the underwear part as well, which a lot of people thought one of the embroidered faces was actually Rosa Parks, which led to a discussion surrounding if this was appropriate or not. You know, on one hand, people were saying if it was indeed Rosa Parks' face, of course, because it wasn't confirmed at the time, but having Rosa Parks' face on her underwear is just inappropriate. The placement. On the other hand, however, there were a lot of people saying that this was Henry Taylor and Pharrell's vision, and Lisa was simply just wearing it. Some even skeptical, saying that she has a whole team behind her. There's no way that they would actually put Rosa Parks on her underwear. Now, The Cut actually did an article about this. Is that really Rosa Parks on Lisa's crotch? Now, they reached out to the LV team, and it wasn't really clarified whether or not it was Rosa Parks, but they did say that American artist Henry Taylor depicted portraits of figures who had been part of the artist's life. The motif was originally commissioned by creative director Pharrell Williams for his debut spring 2024 collection for Louis Vuitton. We followed up to ask exactly who these figures are and if one of them is actually Rosa Parks, given that Taylor is known to depict both non-famous and famous faces in his work. In the meantime, judge for yourself. However, we have now finally gotten confirmation that it was not Rosa Parks. A spokesperson for Henry Taylor said the following: the figure featured in Lisa's Louis Vuitton look is not Rosa Parks, but one of Henry's neighbors. The faces seen on this look, as well as on previous LV garments featuring Taylor's artwork, are all drawn from his personal life, family members, friends, and neighbors. These figures come directly from Henry's existing artworks, which he provided to LVMH for Pharrell's debut collection with Louis Vuitton in 2023. None of the individuals depicted in any of the garments are Rosa Parks or other well-known figures from Black cultural history. So essentially, the faces pictured on Lisa's garments are not any well-known figures, and the one that people were saying resembles Rosa Parks is actually one of his neighbors. So now that it's been confirmed that it's not actually Rosa Parks on Lisa's crotch, there's a lot of people quite upset that people were jumping to conclusions. However, there are still people discussing whether or not it's appropriate to still, regardless, wear an outfit like that. So of course, let me know what you think of this whole situation. Moving on to Rosé. So Rosé did an interview, and the interview basically says, how does it feel to have all the Blackpink members here with you tonight?
All of Blackpink is at the Met Gala tonight. Oh my God. What does that feel like?
However, Jisoo was not present at the event.
Oh, it's the best feeling.
So some people were mad at the interviewer for not knowing this fact. Some people were angry at Rosé for seemingly not mentioning Jisoo. But there were also a lot of people just saying, you know, maybe she was nervous. Maybe it was like awkward in the moment to correct the interviewer. Like to just be all sudden like, oh no, you're wrong. Actually, Jisoo isn't here right now. I actually made a short about the situation. So let's read some comments. I feel like she just didn't want to seem rude by correcting them. Probably nervous and didn't feel like potentially making things awkward with Lala by correcting her in a weird way. You know, sometimes you rather just say something simple that you planned in your head than speak off the cuff and possibly ramble or be offensive. Yeah, I think that was her headspace. Boy, do I ever. First, also, I don't think so. I think she was just honoring that the reporter didn't know that Jisoo wasn't there. Even though she wasn't at the Met, I wish she was there though. The Dear Princess would have rocked the theme, and having all of Blackpink would have been iconic. I feel like she wouldn't do that on purpose. She probably didn't have time to explain or something like that, or she just didn't want to make the interviewer feel dumb. Jisoo focuses more on domestic promotions because that's her strength, but yeah, of course, we all wish she was at the Met. The Dear Princess would have slayed so hard. Loki would have been more rude to correct her and point out that Jisoo is in fact not there, since it highlights Jisoo being left out. Also, she didn't agree with her. She just said OMG, letting the remark slide. My dog has decided to fight at this moment. You know what? It makes me think, because, you know, this isn't new. Companies will often say like, oh, you can't mention this, don't mention that. Was that like one of the things, like not mention that she wasn't there to bring like a negative light to the group, if that makes sense? But otherwise, what did you think of the outfit specifically? So here we have Jennie, Lisa's outfit once again, Rosé, and then of course Excludes here. What were your favorite outfits? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments. Last week, we were talking about some Enhypen members receiving backlash for their dance challenge to Cat's Eyes Gnarly, with some people really not appreciating the quote unquote, masculinization of girl group dances. And here we are again. This time, TXT's Yeonjun receiving backlash for his take on Cat's Eyes Gnarly choreography. It's always Cat's Eye, isn't it? This happened with Touched when male idols are getting thrown under the bus, some for being taught a completely different choreography. But I digress. Let's take a look at this challenge.
Hottie, hottie, like a bag of Takis on the shit.
The vibe is different, right?
They be trying to copy on the shit.
So let's read some responses. I usually don't care about male idols making Gigi dances masculine because hey, if that's the style they're comfortable dancing in, then do your thing, but they usually do this alone. This just throws the synchronization off so bad and it's pissing me off. Am I the only one who thinks that the hate this boy gets is so forced? Genuinely, that's why people are drifting away from K-pop, because you damn F-heads always got something to criticize and compare idols about when they do something. Like, okay, can we see you pulling up this dance? If you don't like his dancing or Jay's, then do your own, my lord, give us a break. Now, of course, this isn't even the first time that he's received backlash for this very thing with this very group, actually, because when he danced to Touch, people were also criticizing it. So here it is. Like changing the hip move. Similar criticism. Who's forcing my mans to boyify the choreo? No, Yeonjun, I need you to do it. I know you wouldn't skip it. I know someone is forcing you not to do it. Yeonjun, do it right now. Please, I'm gonna cry. Y'all cannot hate on this man after the way he did the gum challenge. Someone definitely told him to do it like this. Stop with the hating. And like we touched on before, there was another boy group who was seemingly taught a different choreography, right? So the company seemingly wanting them to not do the original version, so on and so forth. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I could see this coming a mile away. With all that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I have a couple updates regarding Soo Hyun, and of course we will be discussing sensitive topics, so it's totally fine if you'd like to catch me in another video. This is in regards to Kim Se-ron's family's press conference that was held on May 7th. So the new information that was revealed in this press conference, basically the family's lawyer is saying that Kim Se-ron spoke to a whistleblower in New Jersey a month before her passing. It seems that she spoke for about 1.5 hours and that the audio was recorded with her consent. However, the lawyer is revealing that this whistleblower was attacked. This seemingly happened on April 30th by 2 people, and that he was in the neck 9 times while he was in the United States. Quote, the family earnestly pleaded that we reveal a part of the recording as this incident could get more severe if we wait more, with the lawyer also saying that this case is under FBI investigation. So here are some of the things that are within this recording. I dated Soo Hyun oppa. You might sound crazy and not believe me, but I dated him since I was in middle school and we broke up after I went to college. Soo Hyun oppa and those gold medalist people are really scary and will do anything. I feel like I was used since middle school. Honestly, I was his girlfriend and he knows how I was to him since middle school, but after the incident, they all made me out to be a weird person. What's really crazy is that he sent me a photo taken while he was doing it with someone else. He said the idol he slept with smells like miok, seaweed, so he had her name saved as miok in his phone and sent me that. If I was in better circumstances, I would have revealed everything already. She then talks about their first time together. The first time I did it with him was during winter break in my 2nd year of middle school. Thinking about it now, it was done to me. Not many people know about when I dated him in middle school, but they all reacted the same way. They just asked why I let him be. Kim Se-ron's legal representation announced that her family will be filing a criminal complaint against Kim Soo Hyun for violation of the Child Welfare Act. So they're saying essentially all they wanted was an apology from Kim Soo Hyun. But what they received instead was a lawsuit and criminal complaint for damages amounting to approximately 12 billion won, which would be 8.6 million USD, as well as a press conference from Kim Soo Hyun in which he consistently denied ever having dated the late Kim Se-ron when she was a minor and stated that he would prove the truth through an official investigation. In response, the family has been cooperating fully with the investigation, providing all materials requested by the authorities. They go on to say that Kim Soo Hyun keeps saying that the evidence has been fabricated, that YouTubers like Lee Jin-ho is also saying similar things. At the same time, Kim Soo Hyun has been filing numerous complaints against the bereaved family. Despite this, the family has maintained a principle of non-response, trusting that the truth will be revealed through the investigation. They then talk about the whistleblower, how the whistleblower was approached with an offer to purchase crucial evidence in their possession for several billion won. However, when that whistleblower refused, they were, quote, subjected to serious threats to their personal safety. Given these urgent circumstances, we ask for your understanding as we hold another press conference. So of course they filed a criminal complaint against Kim Soo Hyun for violation of the Child Welfare Act and for false accusation. They give reference Kim Se-ron talking about her 2nd year in middle school as the reasoning behind this. Kim Soo Hyun was in a relationship with the late Kim Se-ron when she was a minor, minor. Nevertheless, Kim Soo Hyun filed a complaint against the family for defamation by spreading false information, even though the family is stating the truth. In response, the family has filed a complaint against Kim Soo Hyun for false accusation on the grounds that he is attempting to have the family criminally punished by making false claims. They are also requesting an investigation for the whistleblower. On top of being concerned for the whistleblower's safety, they're also concerned for Kim Se-yeon's aunt's safety, as there have been sightings of suspicious vehicles suspected of stalking near her home. It seems that fans actually sent protest trucks outside of this press conference. So here one says, "We will be together with actor Kim Soo Hyun. Let's be together for a long time as fan and actor. We support Knock Off," which is, I'm presuming, his show on Disney+. "We will support your firm stance. Reveal the truth and prove Kim Soo Hyun's innocence. The efforts of the past 18 years will not be in vain. We will wait for you. Consistent facts versus manipulated evidence. Who is telling the truth? Kim Soo Hyun. Proper investigation. Taking legal action. Revealed clear facts. Karosero. Denied forensics. Presented false evidence. Media play using threat stalking. Don't get caught up in lies and media play and look at the truth." From there, of course, we did get a response from Kim Soo Hyun, rather his legal representation. The first thing they address is the audio recording, and they claim that it is AI. Quote, "This audio file is entirely fabricated. Gold medalist has determined that the recording was created using AI or similar technology. The individual who provided this audio file to Hover Lab hereinafter, the audio file provider, is a fraudster who also approached gold medalist claiming to possess a recording in which the late Kim Se-yeon made statements favorable to actor Kim Soo Hyun. The audio file provider demanded money from gold medalist and sent a portion of the recording which was manipulated to imitate the late Kim Se-yeon's voice. Gold medalist did not comply with any of the provider's demands." They go on to say that there's no way this person could have had any contact with Kim Se-yeon. Quote, "When their attempt to defraud gold medalist failed, they colluded with Hover Lab to release the fabricated audio file. As previously mentioned, gold medalist believes that the provider used AI or similar means to forge a recording of the late Kim Se-yeon's voice. We are currently conducting a technical analysis of the file and will share the results as soon as they are available." Then we go on to the whistleblower who the family claimed was attacked, as it seems there was an attack photo provided as well, with of course the implication being it would have been gold medalists who organized that. This claim is utterly baseless and cannot be tolerated. It is also completely unreasonable from a common sense perspective. In fact, the attack photo presented by Hover Lab is an image that can be easily found through a simple internet search. Hover Lab and the audio file provider are falsely presenting a photo downloaded from the internet as evidence of an attack. So gold medalist, of course, is appalled by this press conference. Those responsible will be held fully accountable and face appropriate punishment. Gold medalist will immediately file criminal complaints and charges against Hover Lab for violation of the Stalking Punishment Act and the Act on the Promotion of Information and Communications Network Utilization and Information Protection defamation. We will do our utmost in close cooperation with the investigative authorities to ensure that Hover Lab is punished according to the law and principles. So that is our update as of now. Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments. So let's move on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened to K-pop recently and or quick news. So people have been discussing Inkigayo's height limit. So there's this video going around. Let me show it to you first. Who else passing the 160 centimeter height restriction for music shows? And you see people literally being measured before they're entering. So it seems that if you're taller than 160 centimeters, which is 5'3", you can't be in the standing section. You'd be put in like a seated section or something. Here's some comments to that. "That's way too short. Guess I'll have to cut off my ankles. Was it always 165? Wait, wasn't it originally 165? Did they change it to 160? If that's the case, I'd still make it. So please let me win a ticket." Wow, 160, that's rough. Do I need to walk around with a hunched neck now? Oh, that's over the top. I thought that was really interesting. I've also seen commentary like, oh, this should be implemented everywhere. What are your thoughts? So then Cat's Eye announced their second EP. I just wanted to show you because the photos look fun. They're on top of cars here. It's just so colorful. Beautiful chaos. Are there any comebacks that you're specifically excited about? Let me know in the comments. And then this idol is going viral for looking like Rosé. Some people thought she literally was Rosé. Let me show you. Here, Taeyong from WJSN. This TikTok in particular, they're thinking she's Rosé. Why can't I see the comments? And this one as well, where they think she looks like Rosé. And then there's this video going around. The cast of Thunderbolts revealed the movie's new title, The New Avengers. And K-pop fans have been taking this and kind of talking about it as if it's G-Idol. For example, Not Even Girls' Generation did this to Jessica. Reasons why I think Iron Man is coming back to the Avengers. A thread. Am I too woke or did they drag Avengers every time they need clout? The rebranding is so disrespectful. I saw like the tweet below. Before any Marvel fans take this serious, it's a copy pasta. Marvel went years advocating for the OGs, saying the Avengers will always be sick, spreading this narrative of leaving the group alone after the contract to reunite them, just to throw them under the bus for $1 million deal and reinvent the whole group. Like, okay. I just thought that was so funny. But yeah, I think that is basically it for this video. However, I haven't done a K-pop song of the day in a really long time. And for whatever reason, my TikTok is really pushing Hands Up by Meow onto me. And I cannot skip a video. I'm just addicted to the Hands Up. So addictive. So Hands Up by Meow. Not that I've necessarily been streaming it, but I mean, I guess you can TikTok stream something when you just like, you do not stop, like you don't scroll past it. Hell, I feel like I've seen everybody do the challenge. So yeah, I reckon that's where we're gonna end this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. And as for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.